The Patriot Chapter 7. The Truth, the final chapter. Yuri had broken the only rule that was never meant to be broken. He had written his own list. He believed he could outsmart the darkness. He believed he could decide who deserved judgment before the notebook did. Instead, the curse answered with cruelty. Every punishment meant for the guilty echoed through him, and through his two beloved sons. Each scream that escaped Yuri's lips was matched by another from Milton and Carlo. Every broken bone, every burning nerve, every suffocating breath. His children felt it too. That night, Yuri tore his own list into pieces. For the first time since his death, he realized something terrifying. The darkness was never his servant. It was only lending him its power. As weeks passed, Yuri remembered the one gift he had never fully understood. The truth. By touching another person, he could reveal every lie they had ever lived. Every stolen peso. Every secret meeting. Every bribe. Every betrayal. Every crime hidden behind expensive suits and smiling faces. But this gift demanded a price unlike the others. Whenever Yuri revealed the truth, something inside him disappeared forever. Not blood, not strength, his humanity. Each use left him colder. His laughter became harder to remember. The warmth of his wife's embrace faded. The sound of his sons calling him Papa became distant, like voices beneath deep water. He feared that one day he would remember justice, but forget love. One evening, a new page slowly wrote itself inside the notebook. This time, there was no single name. There was an entire family. For nearly 4 decades, they had ruled from the shadows. Governments changed. Presidents came and went. Governors retired. Mayors lost elections. But their corruption remained untouched. Businesses were built from stolen public funds. Judges were bought. Witnesses vanished. Evidence disappeared. Entire towns stayed poor so one family could live like kings. Among their countless victims was a man named Matthew. Years ago, Matthew uncovered documents exposing billions in stolen government projects. He chose honesty. The system rewarded him with prison. The powerful manufactured evidence. The courts condemned him. His friends abandoned him. His wife, exhausted by endless shame and poverty, left. His daughter, unable to bear the weight of being called a criminal's child, died from an overdose during a party before Matthew was ever released. By the time freedom came, there was nothing left to return to. He had lost his family, his home, his faith. Even God had become silent. Sometimes he wondered, if I had only signed the papers, would my daughter still be alive? Yuri found him sitting alone inside a small coffee shop. Rain tapped softly against the windows. Without speaking, Yuri sat across from him. Matthew looked into the stranger's tired eyes. "You look like someone who's already dead," he whispered. Yuri smiled. "I am." He reached across the table and touched Matthew's hand. The world stopped. Matthew saw everything. Every hidden account. Every midnight deal. Every fake election. Every politician. Every businessman. Every judge. Every traitor. Every monster pretending to be respectable. For one impossible moment, truth had no place to hide. Matthew fell to his knees, unable to breathe. Tears poured from his eyes. Not because of pain, but because after 10 years, someone finally believed him. Across the table, Yuri quietly trembled. Another piece of his soul dissolved. He could no longer remember the face of his wife. Days passed. Yuri waited for the darkness to punish him for involving another person. Nothing happened. Instead, he discovered something unexpected. He didn't need to reveal the truth himself. He could awaken it inside another. The truth could spread. Like fire. Like hope. Like light, a question escaped his lips. What would it take for everyone to see the truth? Silence answered. Then a familiar, gentle voice whispered from somewhere beyond the world. Your life. Yuri closed his eyes. He thought of Milton. He thought of Carlo. If he died, they would become orphans again. He imagined them growing old without a father. No birthdays, no advice, no embrace, only memories. Then he imagined another future. Children selling their future for a sack of rice every election. Parents teaching their sons that honesty never wins. Good people becoming silent because speaking the truth only brings suffering. An endless cycle, one generation after another. If no one ended it, his sons would inherit it, perhaps even their children. The Patriot had finally reached the battle he could never escape. Not against corruption, against himself. Matthew understood. Milton understood. Carlo understood. No one begged Yuri to stay. Because love sometimes means allowing someone to finish what they started. On a cold, rainy morning, the three of them shared breakfast together. They laughed. They told old stories. For a few precious hours, they were simply a family again. Before leaving, Yuri embraced each son longer than ever before. My greatest fear, he whispered, is not dying. It is leaving you behind. Milton wiped away his tears. We already lost our father once. Carlo forced a smile. This time, the whole country will know who he was. Yuri smiled. For the first time in years, he felt peace. Standing alone beneath the pouring rain, Yuri opened his arms. Every shadow living inside him escaped. The darkness rose into the storm. It flowed through rivers, across mountains, into every city, every province, every island, until it touched every Filipino heart. The rain stopped. Silence followed, then. The miracle began. Every ordinary citizen awakened with the gift of truth. Not to read minds, not to judge, but to see people exactly as they truly were. A corrupt official appeared wrapped in chains only honest people could see. A liar spoke while black smoke escaped his mouth. A thief carried invisible stains that no amount of wealth could wash away. False kindness disappeared. Fake patriotism vanished. Vote buying no longer worked. Propaganda lost its power. For the first time, the people could no longer be deceived. Only one group remained blind. The wicked, the corrupt, those who had buried themselves beneath lies. Truth never entered hearts that refused to receive it. Then the notebook wrote one final list. Not dozens, not hundreds, thousands, every name that had escaped justice. Every tyrant, every corrupt official, every trafficker, every murderer, every betrayer of the people. One by one, they began to fall. No assassin hunted them. No court sentenced them. No prison held them. An incurable illness consumed each of them. The richer they were, the more powerless they became. Doctors could only watch. Money bought nothing. Influence bought nothing. Power bought nothing. Some survived days, others weeks. Some watched their entire criminal empire collapse before taking their final breath. For the first time, justice belonged to no government. Inside a small rented house, only ashes remained. The notebook lay beside them, its pages blank, its purpose fulfilled. Milton and Carlo never called their father a saint. He wasn't. He made mistakes. He doubted. He broke the rules. He nearly became the very darkness he fought. But when the moment came, he gave everything so others would never have to. To them, their father would forever be remembered by one name. The Patriot then. There was only white. An endless room beyond time, no pain. No darkness. Only light so brilliant it erased every shadow. A familiar voice filled the silence. My child, you kept your promise. Your sons are proud of you. You may choose. You can remain here in eternal peace, or return to continue helping your people. Yuri stood quietly. He thought about the suffering he had witnessed, the greed, the lies, blood. Then he thought of two little boys who had once asked their father why honest people always seem to suffer. He smiled. My wish is not to return. The light became still. I wish for Philippines that will never need another patriot. For a long moment, even heaven was silent. Then the voice answered gently, that is the wish of every father. The light embraced him. Far below, children continued to laugh beneath brighter skies. Elections were no longer won by deception. Truth was no longer dangerous. Justice no longer belonged only to the powerful. And somewhere, whenever a father chose honesty over comfort, or a child chose courage over fear, the spirit of the patriot quietly lived on. Not as a ghost, not as a legend, but as hope, the end,